We've been married for 25 years. I've known you for almost 30 years. Don't insult me. Tell me straight up. If you don't want to be married to me anymore, you don't want to have an intimate marriage with me anymore, flip and tell me. It is cowardly. Man the up.
Season 17 of Sister Wives is here. And so far, one thing I've noticed is that Kody cannot help but constantly contradict himself. Also, in an unrelated matter, off the bat, I'm really disappointed that they are reusing the same opening sequence that they've used for years. Let's go back to everyone having a tagline. There was one huge contradiction that Kody made during this first episode of season 17 that we just have to talk about. Let's discuss. Hello everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. So I need to talk about this contradiction that Kody made in the first episode of season 17, where he simultaneously blames Christine for the demise of their marriage being on the fact that she just can't get along with Robin, and also told Christine that she should not judge how he interacts with his other wives because all of these marriages are their own individual entities. Well, which is it, Kody? Are they all interconnected where bad blood between two wives could spell disaster for their relationship with Kody? Or do you truly have 4 independent marriages? So here is what Kody had to say about how Christine's behavior, specifically towards Robin, affected his attraction to her.
You're telling me things about your sister wives that you didn't like about them and how that relationship was. You're blaming me for me being turned off by your behavior.
This conversation, just looking at it, is so embarrassing.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
to do everything that I could do to make it so you would want to be around me. I tried so
Everything but treat your sister wives with kindness and respect.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Here's the thing. Christine was great at being willing to mother Janelle's kids, okay? But she was never willing to mother or be a good mother to Robin's kids.
I can't sit and have you criticize and undermine other people in their whole lives and watch you do that and feel respect for you. I fell in love with you because I thought you were treating people great, and then you started treating people badly.
So basically what he's saying is the reason he's not attracted to me is because I treat my sister wives terrible. I had all these criteria I had to meet in order for him to be attracted to me.
So in this instance, it's okay for Christine's behavior to affect his feelings. And it's okay to say that because she doesn't get along with Robin, that's affecting their relationship. But if we're talking about getting called out for favoritism, well, it's unfair for Christine to make such comparisons.
You are an asshole. To think that my value as a human being is contingent upon how you feel I'm treating other people and you don't find me attractive. That's just what it comes down to. I think he has a favorite wife, and apparently I'm not treating her well enough.
You're going to sit here and continue to be jealous the rest of your life? That's the poison in this whole thing, is you sat here the whole time going, I want something more than what I'm getting.
Each one of these relationships works on their own merits. So she's sitting here when she's not taking any accountability for the fact that our relationship together is where the problem lies.
Kody has given Christine the ick hardcore.
He's, sorry, that was really...
And honestly, I love to see it. Kody, she thought you were the head of house. You turned out to be such a disappointment. And it's a very unattractive quality if we're going to talk about people's behaviors being a turnoff. And honestly, you're not even that good of a provider, because let's face it, the real reason why you want all these women to stay around is because they are bringing in a ton of income. Christine says that during the pandemic, she learned that she could do it alone. And I'm just sitting there thinking, girl, you raised 13 kids by yourself. I hate that she ever was made to doubt her abilities. I commend Christine so much for being open about this on the show. Listening to your husband go in detail about all the things that he finds unattractive about you, or just talking in general about not being attracted to you, would be so hard to hear, and Christine calls it humiliating. But in this episode, in her recounting of what transpired, she is so dignified. She carries herself with such class. It really is a testament to how strong of a person she is. And as far as Kody goes, this is what happens when you are so full of shit that you have to come up with one bonkers rationale to justify your previous actions. I don't even think Kody really buys what he's selling anymore. I think all of the sister wives would appreciate honesty at this point. I mean, he even suggested that Christine be like Mary. How fucked up is that? Kody doesn't care if his wives get along. Mary and Janelle have more bad blood between them than Christine and Robin ever did. Mary and Janelle can't even ride in a car together.
The thought of like going somewhere with you for a couple of days terrifies me. Like, we don't even ride in the same car when we come to see here.
Yeah, no.
Like, that's way too much.
Christine and Robin can fake it way better than that. It wasn't Mary and Janelle's feud that ended Kody's attraction towards Mary. The simple fact of the matter is that Christine held him accountable. Christine held a mirror up to Kody, and what Kody saw, he didn't like what was looking back at him, and he blamed Christine for this instead of doing the inward work on himself. And what I'm loving is that Christine will not let him weasel his way out of this conversation. Kody's used to being able to sell a bunch of BS excuses, and he's not able to now, and he cannot stand it.
Let's just look at present where we are.
Yeah, marriage sucks.
Anyways, what did you guys think of the first episode? I saw a couple initial comments early on saying it was a little bit of a snooze fest. And I think that that largely is due to the fact that we saw probably 3/4 of this episode already because it was put out in teaser clips. I think there is so much more drama coming. I think that this is going to be the most cordial that we ever see Kody and Christine act towards each other. And I am really interested to see how Robin and Christine interact when they are in person together. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.